It's only a movie. Only a movie.
You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of 720p sight and 2.0 sound, but of mind, a journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. That's a signpost up ahead, your next stop, films that need a physical media release. You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of Dolby Atmos, a dimension of HDR, a dimension of boutique labels. Having another steelbook release of Return of the Living Dead might make you feel like you're living in the Twilight Zone. It's hard to criticize companies for distributing these films that we love over and over again when we as consumers just keep on buying them. At times, it could feel like your favorite movies are stuck in film purgatory with no hope of release. Heck, I felt like I was never going to get my The Beyond release to complete my 4K Gates of Hell trilogy just weeks ago. But now, The Beyond is scheduled to arrive at my doorstep in less than a month from now. You've probably heard other creators wish that films like 2022's Barbarian would finally release to physical media, so instead of me milking that cow, I put together a list of some extraordinary, genre-bending, horror-adjacent films that I'd personally like to see up for pre-order sooner than later. So make some room on those shelves, because we are speaking these physical media releases into existence. Let's start upgrading. Fans of 2024's body horror sensation, The Substance, celebrated its nods to classics like Reanimator, The Fly, and The Elephant Man, but one film with striking similarities has been omitted from the party, 1988's Rejuvenatrix, also known as The Rejuvenator. This ahead-of-its-time body horror film follows a wealthy actress past her prime for leading roles who turns to a radical solution, a serum derived from human brain fluids, to reclaim her youth. She emerges as Elizabeth, radiant and rejuvenated, but the serum's limited supply and undisclosed necrotic ingredients soon twist her into a brain-hungry monster. Sound familiar? The parallels to The Substance are uncanny, yet Rejuvenatrix remains overlooked. Critically, the film earned mixed reviews. Early praise from outlets like New York Daily News, Fangoria, Variety, and Cinefantastic lauded its character depth and ambitious story, elevating it above typical B-movie fare. Its special effects, grotesque transformations that rival its contemporaries, garnered consistent acclaim. Despite this, Rejuvenatrix languishes on outdated Laserdisc and international DVD releases, forgotten by all but a niche fanbase. With obscure horror enjoying a renaissance, boutique labels like Vinegar Syndrome have released films like Devil Fetus, so why hasn't there been much conversation around this one? A Blu-ray restoration could resurrect this cult curiosity, showcasing its historical significance and practical effects in high definition. A high-def release could be the momentum this film needs to escape the void of the forgotten and become a certified classic.
Now you must have patience. Patience? I'm out of patience, Doctor.
Next, we travel to South Korea for 2004's R-Point, also known as Ghosts of War, a psychological horror-war hybrid that deserves more than its current obscurity. Set during the Vietnam War, a South Korean military base receives a cryptic transmission from a platoon presumed to be dead. A small squad is dispatched to investigate R-Point, an island shrouded in eerie rumors. What begins as a slow-burn search and rescue mission spirals into a nightmarish descent. After discovering a stone tablet hinting at a history of mass death and vengeful spirits, the soldiers face fleeting figures, unexplained noises, and other phenomena. Is it paranormal, or are the psychological scars of war unraveling in their minds? The film masterfully blurs external threats with internal paranoia, leaving you questioning their sanity and their chance of survival. Critics praised its atmospheric tension and lush jungle visuals, though some felt it lacked dramatic punch. Available only on DVD or free on YouTube, its haunting cinematography cries out for a Blu-ray upgrade to highlight those misty landscapes and shadowy apparitions in HDR. Fans often liken it to Apocalypse Now for its war horror blend, but that's an unfair bar to set. R-Point stands out on its own as a chilling, underrated flick. A high-definition release could cement its place in the international horror pantheon. Staying in Asia, Fans of iconic Japanese director and film producer Takashi Miike will likely know my next choice, Takashi Miike's 2003 surreal Yakuza horror Gozu, a film that defies convention yet remains stuck on DVD. Miike, the visionary behind Ichi the Killer and Audition, both of which enjoy Blu-ray releases, crafted Gozu as a bizarre odyssey originally intended for straight-to-DVD. After a positive reception at the Cannes Film Festival, the film earned an overseas theatrical run, proving its worth. The story follows Minami, a volatile Yakuza enforcer, chauffeuring his senior Ozaki. When an accident leaves Ozaki dead, or so it seems, returning to the car after a pit stop, Minami finds the body gone, launching a descent into a surreal nightmare. From grotesque encounters to unpredictable twists, it's an absurdist Dante's Inferno, laced with Miike's dark humor, unsettling sexuality, and jarring tonal shifts, menacing one moment and recklessly goofy the next. Its cult following adores the bizarre nature, yet despite Miike's collectible status, Gozu lacks a Blu-ray or 4K release. A high-definition version would amplify its dreamlike visuals, visualize the dripping, eerie interiors with stark, otherworldly landscapes, uniting horror and art house fans alike. It's high time the overlooked masterpiece joined Miike's other works on modern collector shelves. Finally, we land in 1995 with HBO's Citizen X, a true crime drama I discovered just last year, 19 years after its debut, boasting a powerhouse cast, Stephen Ray, Donald Sutherland, Jeffrey DeMunn, and Max von Sydow. It chronicles the hunt for Soviet serial killer Andrei Chikatilo in the 1980s. Stephen Ray's Viktor Burakov, a determined forensic detective, battles not just a monster responsible for countless mutilations and murders, but also a Soviet bureaucracy more interested in optics than justice. Innocent mentally ill or homosexual men are targeted to close the case fast to protect the propaganda machine, while Donald Sutherland's General Mikhail Fedosov becomes Burakov's sole ally navigating the political minefield. It's a stomach-churning look at humanity's failures, not from gore, but from the chilling reality of Chikatilo's crimes and systematic indifference. Citizen X won major accolades, including a Golden Globe and Emmy for Sutherland's supporting role, plus nominations for Best Miniseries, cementing its acclaim, yet it's largely confined to DVD with a rare pricey import Blu-ray available from the UK. It's an emotional journey. Moments left me misty-eyed, while others left me on the verge of throwing my remote or cheering aloud. A film with such weight deserves preservation in high definition. The ride with Burakov is stressful, relentless, and deeply human, a testament to a case not so distant in our history. A proper Blu-ray or 4K release would honor its legacy, ensuring this gripping drama reaches new audiences. In conclusion, Rejuvenatrix, R-Point, Gozu, and Citizen X each bring something extraordinary to cinema that warrants preservation in high-definition formats. Rejuvenatrix offers a grotesque milestone in body horror, R-Point blends atmospheric war and psychological terror, Gozu delivers surreal brilliance, and Citizen X captivates with its emotional depth and true crime resonance. A Blu-ray or 4K release would not only celebrate their cultural and historical importance, but also ensure that they reach new viewers and devoted fans alike. Here's hoping these cinematic treasures soon earn the recognition that they deserve, securing their legacy on our shelves and in our hearts. Are there any films you've been dying to get a release of? Leave them in the comments below. For more videos that will fill you with dread and terror, be sure to subscribe. And always remember, we love you so much, it's scary.